Hello, this is Mike, and I want to show you the uh, chart for Friday. That would be December the 2nd, 2022. And I thought I'd start off showing the candlestick, and I annotated it showing the intersections on the candlestick. So you can see here's Friday's close. It went down just a little bit, and the closing probability lines that determine the price were the top 7 and 17, and they're right here. There's the 17, and there's the 7. Now, I just want to go back a couple of days. I'll show you. Here's Thursday's close, and it was the top 5 and 19 determined the price. This green line and this yellow line. And on the Wednesday, it was the top 19 and 20. And that's the green is the 19, and the blue is the 20. And that's the day that the 20 finally reached the top other than the 2 here. And on the 20 was the real good day that we went up so far. Here, I'll scroll down just a little bit. You can see that big candle. There's the 3 together, yeah. And we discussed that the other day. So that's the candlestick for Friday, and showing you on the candlestick chart how these probability lines, the intersection of them, determine the closing price. Now, from this, you really can't get any scheme. We do see that the 20 was to determine the price on the big candle day, and then the next day was Thursday. The 19 was the low curvature line that determined the price, and on Friday it was the 17. I don't know where the 18 is. Let's see. There's the 18, and you see it doesn't have a connector to it, so it skipped the 18. So you can't really tell from the candlestick what lines are going to determine it. There doesn't seem to be a consistent pattern. But if we go to we might say our crystal ball chart, we do see the pattern. So you can see I've got my marker set on Thursday, so my target day is Friday here, and that's the last day. And let's see if we can see a pattern on the crystal ball chart that would tell me that the closing price is going to be determined by the 7 and the 17. And then knowing that crystal ball chart, that would tell me at that where that intersection is what the closing price will be. Let's go to that now. Okay, here we are at the crystal ball chart, probability chart for Friday, and I've highlighted the 7, there's the 7 and the 17, and we saw that on the candlestick we couldn't see any rhyme or reason to for why the closing price was determined by the 17 and the 7. But on our crystal ball chart, we see that there's the 17, and if you look, um, it is a low curvature line, and it's also the one with the lowest price. See, here's the 17, the yellow one. The next one up is the 18. We wondered when we were looking at the crystal ball chart why the 18 was skipped. But we just see that for some reason the 17 is the lower one, and it's part of a cluster of this one, that one, that one, and that one. Those are 1, 2, 3, 4 are the low curvature cluster, you might say, right here. And of those 4, the 17 is the lowest. So if we would put that in an algorithm to find the lowest low curvature, they would come up with the 17. Now, and then the other part, determining principle, you might say, is where it intersects it with the smallest thickness eclipse. That's this right here. That gives you the 17. I mean the 7. Let me get it just so it says it. Let's see. There, the 7, the green one. So you can see that we just need to find the lowest value, lowest curvature, low curvature with the lowest value, and the eclipse that it makes. And so the white space being eliminated this day was this one right here. So now then, and it just so happens it makes sense that it's going to be the closest to the origin. And so you can see that on this chart, we do see a method to determine the closing price. It's right here. Here, the black line is the close. Just for those that do the on this chart, the price is on the x-axis. The value of these lines are on the y-axis. And if I go down a little bit, there's the actual price during the day that will be on the chart if you buy the program. And the black line being the close, so you can see how it closed during the day. And the high was here. That was reached at 3.28. In other words, it's 15.25 military time. And let's go down here to the open. My first data point is at 9:31, and the open at 9:30 was at this value, was at 73.4, and the first at 9:31 it was at 73. So it was dropping, and it came back then to the open, and then went on down. In the pre-market, it would drop real fast. It went way down, but pre-market isn't shown on this chart. And you can see it went back to this opening. Green is the open, the blue is the low, the red is the high, and the black is the close. So the high was right at the first. Okay. let's see, and there actually it went back to the high in the afternoon at 328, and then here's the close at 75.27. All right. Well, that's the chart for the day, and I hope if you're watching these videos, you're beginning to see a pattern for determining a algorithm for the closing price. Pretty amazing, isn't it? And like I say before, these lines, of course, we didn't know this price until Friday, the actual day when it occurred. But these lines were determined Thursday evening, the day before. So if we'd have worked that out, we'd have known what the closing price was Thursday evening, and how to play the market on Friday. Let's go back up here. In other words, we knew that this 17 was on the bottom, and we knew that that eclipse formed right here. Of course, we would have said it was going to be at 75.09, and it was actually at, let's see if I can find it here, 75.2. But that's close enough that during the day, when it was real low, if we'd have gone long, at this low, we would have really cleaned up. Okay, that's for today. And thanks for watching, and I'll see you later.